center. What day is today? Today is Monday. I congratulate you with the beginning of next working week, as we call it in Russia. And as for the weekdays, on this week, we have it short. Fortunately, as we are having public holidays for 4 days, so it's like a short break. Right now I'm going along the Strasnoy Boulevard and have a look at the tulips. Tulips, they are at the beginning of blooming, of different colors, and gardeners, they have prepared some additional space for more flowers. And you see the white tulips, and over there the purple, red, and all of the gardening in the city center and in the park in Moscow is just amazing. As for me, I'm heading to the course, theater course. It's connected with my wish to develop some skills in terms of not to be an actress, but at least to find something new inside me, because the exercises we are doing on the course, and who is the leader or the teacher on the theater course, I am proud to be taught by the main director of one of the let's say not best, but at least one of the leading theaters in Moscow. So it was my luck to buy the course for 6 lessons, and today is the 5th lesson. Actually, when I started the course 3 weeks ago, I decided to share with you some moments of my evening before the classes. Why? Because it's daytime, first of all, it's beautiful around, and I have a little bit of time, just spare time, to show you Moscow. I see that YouTube doesn't recognize my streams as the best option for you. I see it because sometimes I cannot notice any viewers. But anyway, I decided to continue this practice, as it's first of all challenging, and as the second point, it might be successful somehow later on. This sculpture is the famous actor during the USSR time. His name is Vladimir Vysotsky, and he died at 1980. And actually he was the hero for the generation of my parents, and even for me. He was, we call the singers like him bards. Probably you have same, let's say, style of music in your local culture, but in Russia, in Soviet Union actually, at the 70s and 80s, he was just the hero. And even for the generation of next generations as myself and even my children, Vladimir Vysotsky is the great guy. Actually, he was not just a singer, the bard, but he was playing guitar and sung the lyrics by himself, and he was the actor actually on the stage of one of the most famous theater in Moscow. It was called, and it's called right now, actually this theater still exists. It's situated near my office, but Taganskaya. Sorry, I cannot tell the exact name of the theater, but anyway, it's situated on the Taganskaya Square, and Vladimir Vysotsky was the actor of Tagansky Theater. And just a couple of months ago, I was watching their series. It was called the Olympic Games of 1980. The Olympics took place in Moscow in 80s, in 80. Sorry, I'm nervous. As far as I'm starting to think of my English, I get nervous. So the Olympics took place in the 80, yes, and the death of Vladimir Vysotsky, he died at the year of the Olympics. But before that, it was the great period of preparing Moscow as the city, the infrastructure to Olympic Games. And the series, it was all about that period. What was the work about, and some human stories. And it was the series about some international journalists who came to Moscow and sorry for the noise. Sorry for the noise. So some international journalists, they came to Moscow, and there was an episode that the international journalists, they wanted to see their play Hamlet by Vladimir Vysotsky. So I guess that at that time Vladimir Vysotsky was famous not only inside the Soviet Union but also all around the world. But I'm not sure. As for I see everything from the perspective of my own country. I was a kid when he was popular the most. Anyway, we are having spring, and this week is the short week, just 3 days, and then we will have a break for 4 days. It's not that warm in Moscow as it was last week or 2 weeks ago. It's quite cold, and when I was running this morning, it was extremely cold because I was wearing just some light clothes. And now you see I'm in a scarf, but the trees, they're blooming, the grass is green, and the mood is great. I will show you the trees. You see? It looks like a sakura tree, but not in Japan, but in Moscow. And the apple tree, big apple tree, and the blooming is so rich blooming. Apple tree and, let's say, sakura tree. By the way, as for sakuras, you probably have seen my videos about Japan. I was there in February and March this year, and I got to know that sakura is not only the cherry tree but also the palm and the apricot trees, and there are hundreds of kinds and sorts of sakura in Japan, and I was lucky to see it. By the way, you see, we call this plant paprotnik. Beautiful paprotnik. And the balls on the top, it means that the paprotnik is young. Just tomorrow, I guess, all the balls will become plain. So I was happy to stream for you, and please, if you see my stream in the record, put your like, just to show YouTube that I am okay person and I am a good creator, trusted one, as it doesn't show my stream for anyone. I am not aware of why, unfortunately. Anyway, have a great evening. Bye bye. See you next time.